I think the first thing to remember is that on your admission you're not expected to be immediately knowledgeable about the law. Your legal training has taught you how to go about researching and solving legal problems, but not to have the answers instantly. So reduce the expectations on yourself and reduce the expectations, don't engender false expectations in your clients. Feel completely free to say you just don't know, and you'll have to take time to consider the problem and to research it.
I think that the most constructive way I deal with the pressures of my profession is to look after myself. And I mean that both in the sense of mentally look after myself and physically look after myself. Mentally, I've found it always really important to have something outside of work to take my interest, a hobby or an interest that I can focus on when work gets particularly stressful. Physically, exercise well, eat well, make sure that when work does get full on, your body can withstand those sorts of stresses.
It kind of comes and goes. It's always busy, but I guess you get more stressed out when exam time is on or the assignments are on. But I guess the way I've found it is you have your little stress out and then you break it down and do one little thing at a time, and at least that way you can work through it, as opposed to just freaking out and everything going wrong.
The second piece of advice I would give is to maintain contacts with the broader community outside the profession. That's important to give you a social grounding, which I think helps the practitioner cope with the pressures of professional life. Importantly, if you spend a lot of time with other members of the profession, you will hear them relate stories of their successes. It's not often that they will confide in you in the failures and their challenges. That will build an unrealistic view of how you're tracking compared to others and unnecessarily build the pressure on you.
I think I'd have two tips for them. First of all, it would be to try to look after yourself, just as I said, the way that I coped with stresses. So have a hobby and make sure you're doing plenty of physical exercise and eating well. But the second one that's really important is to surround yourself with good people, have good friends that you can share worries with, you can share laughter with, that you can share your interests with.
Hang in there. It's just going to be a case of it's overwhelming the first 6 or so weeks. Everything's new. You don't know what all these numbers and letters are on the end of cases. It seems that everyone else is grasping it a lot faster than you are. It's probably not the case. Just hang in there. It starts to all fall into place and you see the bigger picture of what it's all getting at.